Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII on the MysteriousJG. Between videos, I did pop in and look up Judge Gabranth, and I'm still not real clear on why he's trying to convince you to attack him. I think he's supposed to be, he's got some loyalty to Larsa, because he killed the one lady judge under orders from Vane, but he didn't seem to enjoy doing it, and I think she told him to guard little Larsa. And that seems to be part of the background story with the judges. And I think he was sent to observe Ash and find out if she wants a war. But why he's trying to talk her into war, I don't know. Anyway, he's angry now at Cid.
Gabranth!
Good job trying to kill him, Gabranth. Oh, so Cid used psychokinesis, or was that his ghost god friend?
You were only a tool of this Venar.
You were a tool of Jamie Toole.
How quaint. We are allies. The Acuria give men power as a master feeds his dog. It is meant to tame us.
Oh, really?
How well you've resisted their wile. By turning your back on their stones, you give us free hand to write our own history.
So we should be friends.
And at what price? Dalmasca's freedom for your nethicite? I shall not suffer you to have it. The Suncrest be damned!
Be sure that it is! For what other purpose do you think you brought us here? But, my lady, I would have you stay your Acurian sword. The Suncrest is glutted with mist, and so precious a thing must not be squandered. Let us use the stone! Finish this for now!
Wait. Huh? Shouldn't we be on the same side? It seems like he and Vana are opposed to the rest of the Acuria. So I don't really... I don't get why he's fighting us now. If he's excited that we resisted the Acuria's call.
Cocoon of the Suncrest, spill forth your mist upon this evil east. Let sea and sky be awash in it, that Bahamut may come and drink his fill.
Oh, he wants to spread mist everywhere because he's fucking nuts. Okay, well maybe we need to stop him then. Can't tell what side he's on, like what he's trying to accomplish. Other than that he really likes this clearly dangerous power that destroyed the world in the past or whatever.
And lo, how brightly burned their lanthorn.
Lanthorn?
Casts it back the shadow of Acurian design. Testament that man's history shall be his alone. You made your nethicite for this.
To mess with Fran?
Stone for what? To become a god yourself? On whose shoulders better to stand than those of the would-be gods? Ah, such high hopes I once had, but you ran and they with you. Alas, the hour of your return is late. Come, family, revel in the glory of my triumph!
Okay, so now he's gonna dive at us. Alright, well... tell you what, we'll go back to a gender-based party here, because Ash has no special reason to hate Cid, but Balthier should clearly be in this fight. Red S, I don't know that you got much of a chance to do anything last time, so I guess I'm not worried about you now. Hey, we sold a Ketu board. I don't even know what that is. Under the impression these fights should be pretty easy after, you know, we gave Zodiac a run for his money, and we need to go back and deal with that later. But we're kind of like in a position where we're sort of vaguely prepared to take a run at some of the game's super bosses, so it seems unlikely that poor old Dr. Cid on his own is going to be able to do much, but there must be something more to this than us just running up to him and smacking him around. Nevertheless, let's get rid of his boons here. Oh, you don't have time magic. You are our time-anoid here. Oh, he's getting the Gatling gun ready.
No pity from me!
Oh, I took the heavy weapons perk. Oh wow, I
Behold the manufacturing
randomly
necessite,
firing a Gatling gun didn't
the fruit
help.
of our power and knowledge. See what the stone of man is capable of. Witness its power with your own eyes. Famfrit to me!
This guy's a big talker. Okay, so I guess we got to take out Famfrit first. Is this another Esper? Oh, he's drifting around. Well, it seems like, I don't know how we're supposed to fight this. We've got 2 targets, so... We do, I'm gonna go with highest HP. In the hopes that they will all go steal. Although, actually, it's possible the Dr. Sid now has something else to be stolen. Okay, so we've stolen from Famfrit now. Let's try lowest HP. Oh, he's immune from theft. Got it. Of course he is. I mean, that only makes sense. He's immune because he's got a paling up, which probably means we have to defeat Famfrit first. So let's go with highest max HP so that we can actually, you know... Well, I guess that the guy's probably considered to be flying. Or maybe not. Let's see what Balthier does. Okay, so the Famfrit is not considered to be flying because Balthier is, So we'll change this up for now so that Balthier is using Scathe. Briny Cannonade, eh? So we'll use the spell on Famfrit, and Redis is just kind of hanging out. Dang, I ain't messing that thing up. I don't even know if it's worth dispelling it again. I know it got re-protected, but those combos that Van is doing are devastating. Oh, he's getting ready for whatever his ultimate super attack is. It's good that we get to see this, because I don't know how many times we're going to be using Famfrit once we actually acquire Famfrit. Oh, Redis has been silenced. Meanwhile, what is Sid up to? Sid is just gonna, I'm trying to find Sid, but we defeated Famfrit anyway. He is no longer immune to physical damage. You can just see him over there going, uh-oh. Whoopsie. Bad place to be right now, Dr. Sid. Well, we got a high potion out of him. So probably not worth all the messing around I'm doing with gambits, but it's fun. I don't see Sid getting out of this one. I think we might have a dramatic scene where we find out once and for all if he was really evil. Wake and bake every day, dudes. As devastating as that looks, I bet it does like 1,000 damage, no less than 1,000. Well, a piece at least. Can we at least finish him with the scathe? No. Van just stabs him in the gut. I don't know, I was gonna be a god and everything. Sorry, big man. Oh, cool! We've acquired Dr. Sid to be one of our espers. Well, this is probably Fafnir, though. We obtained the esper Famfrit, the Darkening Cloud of the World Wrestling Federation. Papa, can you hear me?
Let him by, Fenar. It is done.
Unless you as a god can, like, bring me back, that would be nice.
I've enjoyed these 6 years.
Of being your puppet.
The pleasure was all mine.
I was really into it. Well, that's nice, they're friends. He's not a puppet of evil, he's friends with evil. Except that I still don't know if Vana is evil. So why did you do...
no other way?
And what were you even doing?
Spend your pity elsewhere.
For example, on Penello.
If you are so set on running, hadn't you best be off, fool of a pirate?
Well, I'm glad they had that little heart-to-heart there before he faded to the far plane. Still have no idea what the hell Dr. Sid was trying to do. Hey, is Judge Gabranth even still here? Apparently not. A lot of décolletage there.
Fran!
Yeah, she has this thing about mist. You guys seem to have forgotten.
The mist burns
When I pee...
to bursting. It beats. The cocoon.
Oh, that's from a later game. That we haven't gotten to that game yet. The pulse.
The Suncrist bursts.
Yeah, we know.
You must run as far as you can.
Easy, friend.
Especially Wilma Rudolph. Oh, and everybody runs sometimes.
Hadn't you best be off?
It's totally okay if you and Ash get together.
Does you fly, don't you?
I mean, I wasn't really into you that way anyway. So why don't you and...
I would be more inclined...
Suppose you'd better hang on then.
I'd be more inclined to actually believe this teased death of Fran if it was the end of the game.
The sword! We have to stop it!
And then again, they could go all Final Fantasy 5 or whichever it was, where a character dies halfway through the story and is just replaced by a new character who has whatever stats the old character had at the time they died. You get a cuter bunny girl with an even tighter thong, and then Fran suddenly appears and is like,
I will take over Fran's stats because she died tragically.
oh man, it must be me. Like, I thought for a minute that we had some visible nipples going on an outfit there, and
It's reacting. I've not seen its like before.
that was on me, I apologize.
Never this large. Never such threat impendent.
Nay, never dialogue this stilted.
For Nabudis.
Redis!
No, Nabudis. Wait, I'm Redis. Yeah, that's right. If we're gonna sacrifice a character, it needs to be the guest character.
Judge Magister, condemn you to oblivion.
I wonder if we can see his nipples. Oh, never mind. And then we see everyone in Besaid Village looking up. And yeah, this game didn't really give us that many little communities to feel something for as the people there look up in shock. So we destroyed the Sun Chris, but not before its mist was unleashed on the world, or something?
Redis.
You were our truest, closest friend that we didn't really know anything about until the big reveal, right in the middle of a bunch of other reveals, so the reveal kind of got buried. I now have the option to save in my game. Yeah, so there was kind of a big... there was a reveal about Redis. We didn't know his true identity. He's just some pirate. But then we found out he was actually Judge Jecht, who destroyed Nabudes, and now he's trying to atone for his crimes by fighting against the Empire, except that as a pirate in Imperial boundaries, he wasn't really fighting the Empire. But yeah, he's like... he knows firsthand the powerful, destructive power of the crystal power. So... that's why he was fighting against it, and but yeah, that was right in the middle of a whole bunch of reveals about other stuff, so it kind of got buried. They concentrate their human drama into tiny little, like, just use the word concentrate. It's these little concentrated packets of drama where it's like there's too many things going on at once right now for me to care about any one of them. And then there's going to be 8 hours of running around in a big empty dungeon, not having any story at all. Pacing.
Yuna, it's time.
Blast the sea, blast the waves, blast it all. I don't believe he's gone. He's Redis. How could he die? Redis, the most influential character in the history of culture.
Hadn't you noticed he's been searching for a place to die all along? I don't remember how I talked last time, so I'm talking like this now.
Lord Redis wasn't the sort of man to run away from his problems by dying. He weren't. How could he abandon this town? Oh, is that where we are?
You'd have him regret passing? You'd have him suffer and wail for eternity?
That's not what I meant. Now, if he's gone, then he should rest in peace. Gods know he deserves it.
Then let him. If you've time to mourn and curse him, then you've certainly time to carry on what he started.
Well, actually, that's significantly less work than carrying on what he started, but...
if you don't wish an eternity of regret on him, then let's do our part here and know he's watching over us, satisfied.
Watch till he's satisfied. Satisfied, Redis? We'd be lucky if we earned a not disappointed from him, but I suppose everything depends on us now. Yes, let's continue to build up generic piracy-type town. Us and Van's crew. Since when have you trusted that lot with more than swabbing the deck?
I wasn't blind. I saw the faith that Redis had in them. I'm sure they'll discover what it is they need to do in short time. Speaking of which, did you tell them about our guest?
They should be meeting up with the Mans as we speak. Who was that odd fellow anyway? Squawk. Well, if he squawks like a duck. Hey, you suppose that guy squawked because he's actually secretly
Sid?
Tibby, or what the hell is the name of the... Tobly? Yeah. Anyway, Sid is here. Or Al Sid. I don't even know who that is. Let's find out.
We let ourselves inside.
Oh, it's Euroman.
Haste, you understand?
Yeah, but...
How did you know where we were?
Yeah, the smell, my boy.
My little birds. They tell me many, many things.
Well, he's a lot more potent than
My lady, the war begins now.
Then
Vars.
you were unsuccessful in stopping the Rosarian fleet?
Pretty much.
I used a variety of methods. All went according to plan until it came time to request withdrawal of our most devoted generals.
The Burned
In their
Man?
enthusiasm for war, our great military leaders went behind my back straight to Marquis Sandor's resistance.
The Resistance?
During training, a division of the Resistance ignored their orders and disappeared. They were next found exchanging broadsides with the Imperials over Old Nabradia.
Why would they go there? They were asking to be found.
Yeah.
You misunderstand. Those ships must surely belong to Rosarian Division. They may have joined Ondor's resistance forces as patriots or even mercenaries.
Perhaps Colts
but in
or
reality,
Jets.
They are regulars of the Rosarian army, under direct command of our war pavilion. This fifth column has invaded Imperial airspace and provoked a response.
You have anything
Unable
to say about this,
abandon
Penelo?
them, His Excellency the Marquis was obliged
Penelo has
to give his
become
main
the
fleet in order to attack.
Alexis Shaira of this game.
Battleground is Dalmasca.
Should this fight drag on, Rosaria will enter the fray. The defense of Dalmasca is their excuse, and
But
we will have
Dalmasca
war
will be a
between
wreck.
empires.
Correct. They will bide their time waiting to strike until the Empire has spent itself against the Marquis. But
Sounds like it could be an interesting game, like an actual war. I'd play that.
then he will crush them and the Marquis both between his hands.
Because they're big.
Vayne holds the Dusk Shard no longer. His advantage is lost.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Vayne has advantages enough.
He's
He
really
stands on
handsome. He
higher
has even
ground,
more
and my
chest hair
birds
than
tell
me.
He has awoken something quite large. Bahamut, Lord of the Sky.
Did you like
There
what it
was
did
a
with the
stirring in
shades
the
there?
mist, in the direction of Ridorana, I am told. Bahamut awoke soon after this.
It is the mist that came before the crystal was undone. It breathed life into this Bahamut.
I'm very
If
excited
Ravus had
about
not
it.
stopped it when he did, how much more mist might it have drunk? All went according to Dr. Sid's designs.
He wanted to die
Yes, the
heroically
man's
for
last great
evil.
accomplishment, I fear. And so it falls to me to put an end to the thing.
Everyone else can stay here.
Vayne commands Bahamut himself?
All I want to go with me is weird Euro guy and his schoolgirl companion.
Sir Rabanastar.
Then I will defend Dalmasca and stop this Bahamut. This is my charge.
That's our charge, actually.
Shut the
It's
fuck
our
up.
home.
Oh.
It belongs to us all.
No, it doesn't. It literally does not. I am the queen. Off with their heads.
Touch your breast to show sincerity, or
And
no?
my charge is to hinder and delay this Rosarian invasion for as long as is possible.
To make sure you guys are
I will do
completely
what I
weak
can.
before we take over.
Yes. When this unpleasantness is done, you must come to Rosaria.
And put your
I
hand
will
on my
take you to
chest
the Amber
there.
Vale of Clan Margrace. Such things I will show you. Until then, I will be waiting.
Such things as my penis, I will show you. Well, you might as well go marry that guy. Your ex is like an evil ghost. Except that he isn't, so he's probably a really nice ghost, actually.
Yuna, it's time.
Oh wait, no, we're still not in that game. So why is she wearing like she has a little pink thong, but she's wearing it on the outside of what is also incredibly revealing underwear. But lo, Van, word for the resistance. The Imperial Skyfortress bomber is on the attack. This could be bad. We have no choice of stopping. Oh, Rickon is the girl. We have no choice of fighting it from the ground. No, the only way to fight Bahamut is to go to it by airship. Straw can now travel to Bahamut, which is, in fact, the end game location. So we are now officially at the point in the game where, we go back and talk to Clan Centurio and all that stuff. Like, all of the optional bosses, all of the side content, it all should be available. Because when we travel to Bahamut as an airship destination, it is for the end of the game. So there you have it, folks. That being the case, I'm going to call this video a little early so that I can queue up. I know you're going to be excited, guys. It's time to go hunt down the last of the Hunt Club trophy marks. There should only be 2 or 3 left, which means maybe if we're lucky, we can knock it out in one video. But that will allow us to get the rewards from that quest and take on the last of the actual hunt missions, which include taking on this game's version of Omega Weapon and this game's ultimate super boss. It's supposed to take like hours to defeat, so I think I'm going to have to actually figure that one out. because people on YouTube have beaten it within the confines of one 30-minute video, but it's by playing the entire battle on 4 times speed. So you need to be pretty competent in your gambits to do that. But yeah, when we come back, we will be back into that optional content mode, doing all the side stuff. Alternately, I could just plow through the plot and finish the main story and then come back and do the side stuff later. But this game actually has a good ending scene, if I recall. It seems like it had a good ending scene, but I vaguely remember this game had a decent ending scene. But this game also is not one of the ones where you can win the main story and then go do other stuff. I'm trying to think of any Final Fantasy games work that way. Well, Final Fantasy games don't work that way anyway, but there's not as much stuff to do. It's not like with Final Fantasy 13-2 where it made sense to finish the main story because you need to do the main story and then there's optional content that doesn't really work that well before you finish the main story anyway. Now, this game, you're meant to win the main story and then stop. So we're going to do the side stuff first. And we'll start working on that in the next video. I'm MysteriousJG. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Pardon me. Bye-bye.